Oh, it's Hugo. Hey,
So we have Hugo and Anne as our intrepid participants today.
Lynn is on her way. She's picking up call.
well, she's the
For
most
all of
important
us,
person.
or
Most important person now is her. So Hugo, how'd the Flyers? I felt sorry for them.
Yeah, well, I knew they were going to, I knew they were going to make it out of the first round. I did not expect them to do anything in the second round, and they literally
yeah,
did nothing in the second round. So they lived down to my
they put up a
expectations. I'm
good.
fine.
They got some goals in, and man, I mean, it was quite
And
a
And
fight.
it's
and
patently
Dan
obvious
Vladar is
that
standing
you're
on
a
his
super
head.
fan, Hugo.
Yeah, Dan Vladar is standing on his head. I don't know what he's doing. He's a good goalie.
Yeah. Well,
He's
We had no
amazing.
idea who he
He
was
is
or what he was going to
amazing.
do.
Yeah, he was absolutely amazing. So it was a lot of fun to watch them this year.
so we were talking about how people are already doing the things that we've spent the last 2 years talking about, and that's exciting. And so we have limited numbers, but we're here to share about what's working and what's not working. Having said that, Hugo, I did buy tickets, four of them, in fact, for the
I heard.
Paoli Battlefield tour because it's perfect. I have two nephews in town and I love history, so I thought this would be awesome to take them there.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's
Yeah.
good. And I love that I actually shared that you were doing this. I was meeting with Dupertai this morning and I shared that you were doing the battlefield tour to raise money for the parade.
Yes. Yeah, it's our third year doing it. Last year we got rained out and had to do it inside. So what we ended up doing um instead of the historical commission doing our walking tour, we just
Mhm.
recycled one of our town tours because still had the posters from that and did that tour. And we had them up on Google Maps. We took people down to where it was on the big screens in the
Okay.
council room.
Is
And
that
Oh,
it,
that's cool.
tomorrow? Is the Paley Battlefield, is that tomorrow?
no, no,
That's
it's the
something different.
31st, I think,
It's
Okay.
the
or the
30th because
30th.
the 31st is the parade. It's the day
Uh-huh.
before the parade.
The 30th.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up my events.
Tomorrow is Battle of Paoli, I think a lecture at the library.
Yes, I feel like Jim Christ has been making the rounds
Yes.
with his lecture tour. So yes, that's what's happening.
Mhm.
So okay. Well, yeah, what like Angela said, now it's funny because now that people are in the midst of doing or in the midst of planning, they don't have time to jump on Zooms and talk about what they're planning. So our numbers are starting to dwindle, and we expected that to happen pretty much. But as you're going along, I just want to put this out there. If you're working on working, once you have your declaration readings or if you any of your events, if you have any insight you want to share with folks, please let us know what's working, what's not, because other folks can benefit from it. And we wanted to spend some time today talking about the declaration readings and what we're seeing so far and what has worked really, really well. Some creative things that folks are doing. But did anybody have, I know Hugo's in the thick of it for the 30th. We've heard of that, heard about that,
Oh,
30th of
there's more
December.
stuff. I got four groups I'm representing. So
Okay, well, why don't we have you
He's the
have
one-armed
everybody do a
paper hanger
quick
over there.
update, and then we'll do a quick update with everybody, and then we'll circle back around and talk about the declarations. So,
sure. So for the Malvern Historical Commission, we will need tour volunteers for our town tour on June 4th. I'm still writing that town tour, but the nice thing is I'm using bones from previous tours, so it's not difficult. I just need to figure out which parts I'm pulling and what parts we're keeping, that kind of thing.
sure.
Um, and then I know that Angela has already helped us out, but we could use tour goers for the one on the walking tour on 5:30 with the battlefield. That is going to be the first half or two-thirds of the tour are the Battle of Paoli, and then we're as Jim Chris drops you off at the monument, I'm going to do
Mhm.
the monument, the history of the PMA grounds, and things like that. And speaking of the Paley Memorial Association, that's group number two. We're still working on our Heritage Center.
Yep,
Of course, we'd love to have money for the Heritage Center, but we're getting closer to finalizing what we would like and where we would like it on the property.
nice.
At our last board meeting, we did change the design and change the position due to a bunch of the neighbors getting really upset with where it was going to go. It is going to make it a little more difficult with having to run sewer and electric being further south and towards the monuments, but it
Okay.
seems to make more sense to put it towards the monuments as long as Malvern Borough is okay with that. So we haven't cleared that with the borough yet either. But I'm just letting
Wow.
you know, if the borough is okay with it, this is where we found a place where
And
we'd like it to
tonight's
go.
the meeting to discuss the Heritage Center
Well,
further.
tonight's the ad hoc committee meeting. I was talking about the Paley Memorial Association board
Mhm.
meeting. We're the ones
Okay.
that moved
Mhm.
it. But the ad hoc committee meeting, which is the people from the battlefield, the PMA and the borough are all going to be talking tonight.
Mhm.
I don't know, since there aren't any finalized plans, the borough has not signed off on the new placement. I don't know what's going to happen at the meeting.
Okay.
That's not me. That's what
Oh,
Lynn's job
interesting.
is. She's our representative for the ad hoc meeting.
Okay.
As we mentioned before, the battlefield has a bunch of events, including the walking tour on 5:30, and the other one I wanted to mention is the paranormal tour on June 27th.
Are all
Um,
those on our
Great.
calendar?
they
I'm just
should be.
checking. I think
Well,
so.
I know those two are. I'll check the other dates as well because, as you said, Jim is making the rounds. He keeps adding stuff, so I'll have to
Right. And
see
I
on
keep
his
finding out
calendar.
about it in the strangest ways. You go, it's like
Right, I'll have to look at his calendar and see if there's stuff that's missing off
she
Oh,
said
the
please,
she,
joint
please do,
calendar.
because
Yeah.
I found out about the battlefield tour by Facebook.
Oh, yes.
yeah,
That's what he does. Try to have it always up
you
on
said
Facebook. So
June
people know.
27th is the paranormal tour? Is that
Yes,
the date?
Saturday, June 27th. Yeah,
We do not have that on the calendar. Okay,
I
we
thought I
will.
had it on the calendar.
So
Okay.
you may have it on the community bulletin board, but not the not our
Ah,
master
okay. That
calendar. That and that calendar, we're each week we look at it and see if there's anything that needs promoting or if
okay.
there's things that we can offer services for. So our paranormal tour. All right, I will
Yeah,
put a placeholder in for that.
yeah. That's a fun thing. We've been doing that for I want to say over a decade. Doing those. Um, and then the Memorial Parade. My last group that I'm representing, we is the parade is on 5:31. We do have the Dare to Declare segment as part of our commemoration ceremony after the parade. And so instead, usually we would have local dignitaries such as the mayor say a few words, but instead of having them
Mhm.
say a few words, they're going to participate in the Dare to Declare. And we have other people that are willing to do it. We're checking to see if we can get like scouts to help us join us as well and other ages. And then we do have a couple people as backup in case other people just bow out or they decide last minute they can't do it. So we'll cover whatever's going on.
It's definitely good to have the alternates. We'll talk about a little bit more about that later, but you've found all the resources for the large prints
Yeah, yeah, I've
declaration.
shared those with the parade. Yeah, and
Great.
I also a reminder to bring a cake for the cakewalk if you'd like to bring a cake for the cakewalk, or else you just want to get a cake at the cakewalk.
I love this.
After
Okay.
the commemoration ceremony, we're bringing back this may be a one time only, but it used to be something that the Baylor family used to do annually for the parades. Were the cakewalks, and then when as the Baylors aged on and Mrs. Baylor was failing health, they stopped doing them. And we
Mhm.
asked her children if they would bring it back this year because it's the 250th, and they're like, "Well, yeah, we still have everything as storage, so we'll do it."
Oh, that's great. I didn't realize the family connection with that. That's super.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really fun. Hugo, you mentioned needing volunteers for June 4th. Who should folks contact for that? I'm not sure that's up on our volunteer page or not, but we can add it.
You can contact us, Malvern Borough History at malvern.org, or email me directly at my email that you
Okay.
um, should already have, Hugo Schmidt 37 at Gmail.
Okay.
You look like you're drinking out of a tankard, Hugo, and it's only
It's
noon.
supposed to look like a tankard, but it's just a can of Mountain Dew. Um,
That's a scream.
it's it was something from
Oh
Think
my
Geek.
gosh.
That's kind of
They did
legend right
that.
there. That's legend.
They did these on for April 1st one year. They always would do some joke new product, and the ones that got the most backing, like most support on social media, they would actually make, and this is one of those that they did.
That's
Uh-huh.
Um,
funny.
just
That
makes the
is
drinking
great.
fun, right?
Great. Did you have anything else, or do you want to have see if Lynn has anything to add?
I always defer to him.
Now that you have your coffee, Lynn, I
I
said
got
you were
my
late because you were
coffee. I'm
getting
awake
coffee.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, Anne, how are things going from your end?
You've been busy over there.
Yeah.
Good, good. Right now I'm working on the Ruston Day of Film, which is June 13th, and I don't know if that qualifies for American
Ah.
50.
Oh,
So
is that a long term, ongoing project
this will
you've
be our
got?
third year,
Oh,
and and so it's a partnership with the Westchester Film Festival. We pick
okay.
short films that are trying to be positive and elevate the Black and the gay experience and or the gay experience. Um, and yeah, so that's June 13th, 6 to 8 p.m., lining up a couple of speakers, filmmakers to come speak for that. But
Great.
Nice.
so
How
Very
is the
cool.
film festival opening at your spot?
we had, so here at the History Center, we had 55 people that day, which I thought was that was a good turnout for an afternoon showing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Friday night opening over at Uptown was amazing. The theater
Was
was
it?
packed. Yeah, the theater was packed.
Well, I like to hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's I think the film festival is better than it's ever been. So,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
but then as far as the History Center goes, I don't have any additional things that are going on. We're working on our Revolutionary Westchester walking tour, which
Yeah.
that opens May 16th. So we're we're getting ready for that. And then on May 22nd, we have the Battlefield Trust exhibit, the traveling exhibit coming through.
Is that, and that's the DAR is doing Legos with
Yes.
that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Somebody on our other call, Bobby Riley, I think, up at Phoenixville is involved with that.
Exactly. I think she's the one that's creating the scenes because she's part of that particular DAR.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, so that opens May 22nd.
Excellent. I think we have that.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
have that. I know I'm sure David has it on the county website already too. So
very cool.
and then I think I mentioned that we're getting one of the cannons that was uncovered. And as far
Oh,
as I know, we're building a shelter for that at the corner of Chestnut and High.
oh, okay.
And so we're hoping that we'll have the opening of that in September.
Oh, excellent.
But don't hold your breath.
Oh, a moving target, I would imagine,
Yeah.
literally. But
But I attended last Thursday, I attended the town tours in Phoenixville with a speaker that talked about the forges and the um furnaces of Chester County, and it was
oh,
fascinating.
oh, I bet.
Really good. It was so
Oh, that's very cool.
yeah.
I was going to ask David how the village town talk and village walk went last week.
Or the last couple, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah. First of all, it's nice to see everyone. As a reminder, I was an adjunct this term at Westchester University, and class is over. So it's nice to be back. We kicked off town tours at the historic courthouse a couple weeks ago. We had about 130, 40 folks coming in. Great success along with the bell unveiling and the Dare to Declare. Last week was the inaugural lecture of this year's program at the Phoenixville Heritage Center, Schuylkill River Heritage Center, and we had a little over 90 people. So we
Mhm.
didn't know what to expect, and we were
Yeah, right.
very pleased. Regional historian Dan Graham, who's our go-to guy for 18th and 19th century iron history, uh, talked about a lot of different things, but really focused on 18th century iron. This week, we, for the first time in many years, go to Spring City for our town tour. And then next week, we'll be at the Hibernia Park at the Mansion
Oh,
for the
nice.
first time in a while, also featuring a textile slash women's clothing exhibit, which they haven't
Yeah.
done. So things are off to a good start. Uh, what we started doing, we're kind of ramping up. We wanted to kind of get word out to constituents about 250. So in February, we started a newsletter. It went from like 60 addresses to over 600 in about a month. We're ramping up that with everything that's going on
Hmm.
for at least twice a month. And then for those of you that are doing programs, uh, our executive director, Matt Edmonds, wants to do a weekly email blast of highlighting different events and activities. What we're trying to do is balance because it's going out on social media. We have to be a little bit careful is that if it's a small scale event in a room that holds 20 people versus like what Hugo shared with the parade, that all are welcome. So
Right,
we're
right.
going to be doing that in combination with more regular social media blasts all throughout May, June, and July, and I guess beyond.
I would do September with
Um,
Brandywine anniversaries. There
yeah,
seems to be quite a lot going on this year, even though it's not really 250 is next year for them, but they're 250.
and
But
then we start finally just to share. We started giving out giveaways for 250 refrigerator magnets, stickers,
Mhm.
bookmarks, lapel pins. The first really big time event was town tours, but we really started giving out stuff at Park and Preservation's or Springton Manor Sheep and Wool Day. And so
Mhm.
we'll be attending other the Park County events. We're going in tandem along with some other community events with the sustainability group. We'll
Hmm.
be at Coatesville for their Strawberry Festival and Euclid for their community fair.
Okay.
And then also at Westchester University in June, giving away material for something they call Vet Fest. It's in collaboration with the Veterans
Mhm.
um,
When is
count.
that, David? Sorry, I was
Um, it's on a Saturday. Let's see. I wrote it down. Hold on. So Strawberry Fest in Coatesville is the 5th of June. Uh, Vet Fest at WCU is the 13th of June.
okay.
And Upper Euclid Block Party is the 20th of June.
Okay. And that's Upper Euclid, not Euclid.
Or
That's
yeah, I
yeah,
said
yeah,
Upper Euclid.
June 20. Awesome. Are you going to have a presence? I'm going to ask at the Westchester event on August 2nd. Do you know? They're working on having vendors and they're doing a historic timeline
The
through.
bid is doing that, right?
No,
Parks
it
and Rec.
is the
Parks and
Westchester
Rec.
Council of Governments with the Parks and Rec Department.
It would be nice, but it's not on my radar screen. We can reach out. Is it to Parks and Rec or the bid or
Yeah,
both?
it's Keith at Parks and Rec is kind of
Keith,
the
okay.
mastermind behind it. I've been attending their meetings and they meet, it's like every other week. I'm trying to remember who is coordinating the timeline piece, but we're going to have a wish wall there. They're doing a declaration reading on the courthouse steps, with representatives from all the different municipalities that are part of it. And let's see, Noah Lewis will be there again. He makes his way around the county. Um, and yeah, let's see, what were the times? I think it starts with the declaration reading at 4 and it goes into the evening. It's capped off with a drone show. So
Okay.
so yeah, that's
Oh,
August 2nd.
by the way, I don't know where it's at, but you're all probably aware of the world premiere of the piece for Brandywine Symphony at the June
Yes.
concert in Longwood.
Right,
Yes.
we're working
Um,
with them on that.
yeah, their board chair, Colin Hanna, is
Mhm.
working on getting copyright permission for more public use of the piece.
Yep.
They said they turned in the documents and that it's pending. So I don't know enough about copyright law to know whether you can share it while it's pending, or you have to wait till the rubber stamp is on the patent, on the paper.
Yeah.
They're
Sure.
expecting 1,000 people
Yeah,
and have gone a long way in selling those tickets.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't checked the ticketing website in a while. The last time I checked it, it looked like they had sold about a third of the venue, but that was
Mhm.
a while ago.
Yeah, they're well over 500 right now.
Excellent.
And the other thing about it is that's the marketing thing is the 1,000 voices doing the declaration.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, there you are.
All right. Very good, David. Thank you. Hey, Barry, how are you? You're
Hi, Barry.
next.
I'm great. We had probably one of our first events this year related to the 250. We did our bookbinders led a tour up to Harrisburg to see some colonial era printing and bookbinding
Nice.
investments. And then we've got our next event will be July 16th. And that's when we're showing the youth, Revolutionary Youth, part of the Ken Burns series. So
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so we're
great.
working with uh, Willistown Township to do that, and we're going to have it here at our Carriage Museum.
Oh,
Oh, I
very
was going to
good.
ask you where are you going to put it?
Yeah, we can fit about 50 people in the building
Right.
for
Mhm.
that.
Good.
We watched the segments. I'm not really sure. We thought we'd pick out youth because it might attract a little bit younger audience, but it's still
Or
a
families.
yeah, but it's still when you watch through the clips, it's still I don't know if it's direct. It's still going to be hard for younger kids to totally understand it. So we're going to bring in some crafts for them and things like that to do as well. So
Sure.
we were
Sure.
making red, white, and blue marbled bookmarks with the
Oh,
kids. So
that's
that'll be our
great.
craft
I
for the
love it.
day. Yeah.
Mhm.
Excellent. For those, well, I think everyone in this crew knows they offer fabulous marbling workshops at the Bookbindery at Historic Sugartown.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. So it'll be a fun event. We'll see how it goes.
very cool.
And so far, our tours have been very busy. We've tweaked them a
Good.
little bit to include a little bit more 19, 18th century things to sort of tie into the 250th, and also
Mhm.
talking a lot more about change and transformation. But those have been very busy. So I don't know if that's an
Sure.
impact from price of gas or if it's an impact from other events in the area. I'm not really sure, but it's
Mhm.
been good to see. We had a really
That's
busy
great.
weekend.
I think we're
That's
all
awesome.
hibernating this week because of the PGA.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I mean,
Yeah.
how many roads can they close? I
You
can't even
can't
get
Yeah.
out of
leave
my
Newtown
neighborhood.
Square or get across it.
And
So.
then Saturday is Radnor Hunt
Yep.
and the PGA.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
It gets, yeah, we were just looking at our calendar this morning and the next couple of weeks are just busy every weekend. So,
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Good. So I met with Dupertai House this morning, and they are doing a Dare to Declare as well, and
oh, good.
they're doing it from the house porch, and they're promoting it as a community day.
Hmm.
So
Nice.
they're doing very much kind of the thing you're doing, Larry Barry, with the crafts and face painting
That's
and
great.
like that.
Good.
And then it's at 1 o'clock they're doing the reading of the Declaration, probably closer to 1:30. And they hope that they attract the people walking from their house in Chesterbrook. I mean, it's a huge community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Sure.
So they could walk over. They're getting around the whole idea of food trucks and all of that by suggesting people bring a picnic.
Oh,
Oh, that's
wonderful.
a great idea.
Yeah.
I think so too. And I'm just, we all have a vision of what's going to look like. I just hope that comes to a reality. And this kind of leads into what Heather was going to talk about in terms of the Dare to Declare. We've got making sure that we have a sound system,
Mhm.
and that we schedule a table read so that everybody can know what they're saying and what the person. I think we learned from putting together the video, which I think is awesome, that people like to hear what's before them and what's coming after them so they
Yeah,
can put what they're saying in context.
Right.
So the table read is being scheduled right now.
that's
Um,
great.
and by the way, Heather, you'll be so happy to know that they all use the resources on the website. The large print copy of the
The
Declaration
large
off,
print copy seems to be the most popular item.
and
And
also the
but
the line by line, the
yeah,
TikTok of the day.
yeah, yeah, the resources on that page are very helpful in the sense that it can help you plan like the larger scale, like what do we need, like the AV, the AV system versus how many volunteers to be running this and that, to the little minute details with the large print declaration that's already broken out in sections, so it kind of helps you plan in giving out parts, I guess you could say, to people. I think for the Dare to Declares, Angela kind of implied this. The message, our biggest message is practice, practice, practice. We've seen a few Dare to Declares go off now. One that I saw was a large scale concert with student readers. Another was a whole group of us getting up on the courthouse steps and reading pieces of it and being a whole, a bunch of folks. And we did practice runs on the spot, like right before we did the real one. And then another version I just saw on Thursday was a single reader at a park event. He was an excellent reader. And could enunciate and all. And then let's see, what was the other version? Someone reported, I didn't see this personally, and I'm not sure Angela's even heard about this because we got this. Kim came back with this while you were away. A group did one where they had somebody read the preamble and read the introductory pieces, and then they had a given part, the grievances broken up to different people, like different folks in the audience were assigned
Mm.
those, and it was done by like, okay, number two, anybody with number two, read this grievance now. So it was almost audience participation, and apparently that went off very well. Um, so
Hmm.
so we've seen it done in different ways. Um, Personally, I think single reader, just having a single reader kind of falls flat. And the reason why I say that is you're listening to the same person reading a 10-minute speech,
The same voice,
same voice
right?
at a very simple level. And he was excellent, the person who did it, but there was no way to break it up, which is tough for today's audiences who can't get past like a 2-minute video on, social media. So,
I want
um,
the TikTok version.
yeah. So that's the one takeaway. With multiple readers, again, folks have to know when they are supposed to read. Like, so it's good to let folks have the full document in front of them with their section highlighted, but have it practiced with the person in front of them reading it, and have everybody practice it together. Do that table read, because if you don't, you don't know what to expect and when. The other thing is running through the lines in general. The one event I was at, there were younger readers, which didn't matter. It could have been anybody. Um, uh, the group that I was working with, they did not want to do a practice run ahead of time, and they had some logistical issues that they didn't incorporate that into their order of the day. So they did not have a planned practice session. It showed. There was people stumbling over words, losing places, things like that. And I think if they had even done one read through, it would have made every bit of a difference. And they would have been more confident. Anybody would have been more confident with the words. Consanguinity does not roll off the tongue unless you've said it a million times over the past 6 months, like we have. So, so yeah, those practice runs are very important. With the Westchester Council of Governments for their August 2nd event, they're planning to appoint, each township or municipality is appointing 2 people per township. And then they're supposed to have all their readers figured out by the end of May. And then in the beginning of June, we're going to sit down and make assignments and give everyone the video and tell them to watch the video, so they can hear and see the declaration being read. And then we're going to have an optional run through on Zoom later in July. And then day of, we're going to have everyone report ahead of the reading and just do a quick run through in the basement of the Lincoln building, actually, before they head over to do the real reading. So a little bit of preparation. That's what our design is. We'll see what happens in practice. But yeah, I can't urge folks enough. Practice, practice, practice. And one of the best ways to get people introduced to it is to have them watch that video that was done, because then you can hear and see it. Again, it was the Council of Governments. I'll pick on them again. We were talking about how to do it with the readers and all, and everyone's like, "Oh, it'll be no problem. We'll do this, do that." And I'm like, "Well, it is a 10-minute read, and so they're like, "Yeah, okay." And at the next meeting, I brought the video and they watched it and they're like, "Oh yeah, we need to prepare for this." So all of a sudden everyone was, all in on creating, like, having practice sessions and things. So yeah, if you're in the early stages of planning, the best first step is to watch the video and hear the declaration being read, because then you'll realize
Either the
it's
one
not
with the
easy.
students or the adults, either
Yeah,
one.
it does not matter. Anybody,
Yeah.
anybody. So yeah. Angela, did you have any other comments on that?
No, I've been in China for 3 weeks, so my brain, I think, is still there. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just tell you, they got I would say 85% of the transportation in China is electric. You're in a major city like Beijing, it's perfectly quiet.
That's incredible.
We're trying to take the world back but they have moved so far ahead of us. They don't need us anymore. And that's what you sense. The world's moved on from America. But they also said that they separate Americans from their government. So
Fascinating.
someone said to me, "Oh, do they look happy?" I said, "Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's the golden handshake. Don't speak out and say anything, but we'll give you a place to live, a job, and health care."
Hmm.
And that's the deal. And most people are for it. So,
Interesting.
yeah, it was. It was very interesting. But I gotta say, I'm gonna go without Chinese food for at least a month. Because when you eat it every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it's a lot. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening to my journal
How
from my
about, I
trip.
do have a question.
Yeah.
Did you get, this is China, this is for Angela in China.
Mhm.
Um, how about the food different from the restaurant food that you get here?
Yes, I would say it was different. It was, first of all, I didn't realize how much meat they ate. And I'm a vegetarian, so
Oh, wow.
yeah, they eat a
Oh,
lot of
fascinating.
pork, a lot of pork. Yeah, and it's meats and everything. It's like
Wow.
Oh boy.
tofu
So
and
it's
meat.
sneaky. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so sneaky meat.
here we have it different. Um, the spice level was pretty much the same. It was interesting. Actually, it's funny, I made my husband for dinner last night. I made him the cold noodles that they have with the sesame cold noodles. He loved it. It was great. It was
Oh, no
great.
kidding.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's certain things that I really liked, but others I'm good. And also they're very close to their food. So they're kind of naming the animal and then they're eating it. Um,
oh yeah, right, right.
right. And farming and sustainability is huge. So that they do have the large acres of data centers. They have
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, and they're 90% of the food eaten and grown in China is grown by individual farmers. So they're each grow. It's like they're growing their grocery store. And they have every available inch. So like I was driving this morning to Dupertine, I'm looking at the median strip. I'd say that'd be totally planted, but if we're in China.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and there's some things that they're so modern about, and then others that you think, oh God, I feel like I'm 400 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and
That's
also we are so spoiled regarding personal space. There was no such thing as that. So there's like, oh,
interesting.
people, oh, they're queuing up. No, they're not. They're pushing you forward. And if there's a space between Heather and I, they're like right in there.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah, they've got some beautiful things and traditions. Their love of family is beautiful. So anyway, that was
Oh, that's very
but
cool.
people said, "Oh, did you have fun?" No, it's not fun. It's educational, it's very interesting, it's experiential.
Yeah,
But
sure, sure.
yeah, yeah. Shanghai is the only city I said thought, I could live here. It's just a modern city with many levels. So most Chinese cities, it's just these huge high rises.
Oh,
But
wow. Yeah.
Shanghai has a lot of charm, and I was with my sister and her historian friends in Shanghai. So I have a picture of them. They're all staring at this plaque on the floor, because it tells you what used to be there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so and apparently my sister is famous in China.
Wow.
She wrote a book about an American court that existed in China until 1931, dispensing American justice by American officials to Chinese.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, so she wrote the book a while ago, but she's just kind of historian famous.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
see?
fun.
And
That's so cool.
yeah, I asked the PhD student that we were having lunch with, I said, "How did you pick your title?" He goes, "Oh, I read your sister's book." I was like, okay, somebody in the
Wow.
family has got to read this book.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
super interesting, but good
Hey,
to be back.
Wow. Well, welcome
that's
back.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
welcome back.
I
Hey,
came home to four Wayne Art Center plein air artists at my house. They stayed here because
oh,
we
funny.
we host, and then one of them wouldn't leave.
Wouldn't leave.
No. I think he thought he was at a hostel. He'd come in the kitchen and spend the day like cooking and doing different things. And I thought,
Oh
okay,
my
this is a problem.
gosh.
And then I said to him, "Can I help you with your luggage yesterday?" And he said, "Oh no, I'm not leaving."
Oh no.
Hi, Wayne Art Center. We have a problem.
Oh my gosh.
At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he came home and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go pack up my stuff." I guess they spoke to him and said, "Okay, this isn't like an Airbnb." Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So,
He was
Oh,
planning to go to the PGA Tour, he had plans.
oh yeah, he did. It wouldn't shock me in the least. And I said to George, he used to own liquor stores in New York City, so I'm concerned.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. So interesting.
Well, so
Good to see you all, and I'll
yeah, good to
see
see you
Lynn
all.
and Hugo tonight, maybe. Yeah, good.
I forgot the thing I did want to mention. It just came in the mail. Oh, let's see if we can do this. I got this from the National Constitution Center for free. It's an enormous um game. It's let's see, how do they bill it? Work together to solve 8 missions, each bringing a real event from the revolution to life. We hope you'll enjoy Civic Quest. It is meant for ages. I'm sorry, my background is futzing with this thing. There we go. Ages 7 and up. There's a wait list for it now, apparently, but they still have them, and this one will probably be up for grabs. I just put one into it so we'd have a copy of it to see what it was. And when it came in the mail, I was like, oh my God, this is better than most board games.
And
Then
maybe that would be great for the History Center, Anne,
well, that's
absolutely.
yeah, that's what
and
I
Historic
Absolutely.
Sugartown as well. I love that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't open it up all the way, but I didn't want to ruin it. But like they've got a mission guide. Let's see if we can get that there. Mission guide. It has like the little parchment. I'm sure this inside tells me all about it, you know. But it was super cute, and they've got games, and it has a declaration, pocket declaration, and constitution in it too.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, completely free. I just heard about it, so I plugged into it. I didn't realize that I was taking away from a waiting list that would, um, probably benefit from this better than I would. But my kids are too old for this, or at least that's what they'd tell me. But it's very, very cool. So I want to spread the news to folks because it's neat, and I think they're going to have more of them.
that's great.
So, but I put the link in the
We
chat so you
we
can
would
find it.
yeah, I'll go ahead and put an order in because we would love to have a copy of that.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty
would
darn
be
cool. I had no idea it was going to be that fancy.
Okay.
So, but that is all she wrote, I think.
And David, if someone wants to submit to your newsletter, how would they do that?
Oh, let me put that in the chat too, just so it's handy. I think everyone has this, but let's check.
Yeah, just to send, we're reaching out directly to
Okay.
most of the organizations that have submitted and letting them know, let us know if you'd like it to be promoted. Th- They can also directly email the, excuse me, the CC250 email address and contact, and that will come our way too.
There.
That sounds like a great resource.
Here, I just popped the event submission link back in there too, so you'll have it
Thank you.
at the ready. So yeah, and we're monitoring all the different calendars that are out there to see what just trying to track everything. And if we hear of something that we think we can help with in some way, we'll reach out. If you see something that or know about something that's not on that list, please let us know because be sure to add it and find more information about it. So
Okay.
sleuthing it out. It is crazy. We have more than, I think we're upwards of 400 events. I mean, those are programs, festivals, lectures, um, all kinds of different types of programs going on. And last time I counted, there was about 80 Dare to Declares. We have
Oh, this is
82.
exciting.
And wish walls, there were 39 that we knew about. And it feels like every day I'm either hearing about another one that's been flying
Can
under
can
the
you put
radar.
did you put duper tie on there? They're going to do a wish wall.
Yeah, oh yeah, yep, that's up. So so yeah, it's very exciting to see. I think the county, Chester County should be very proud of its representation of 250 across the county with all these, organizations big and small, events big and small, having programs for this year. So it's going to be a good year.
All right, guys. Hope to see you again soon.
All right, take care. We will plan to have another one next month. I was trying to find my calendar to see when that one will be. Uh, uh, oh,
June
I
8th,
is it June 8th? Yeah, that sounds about right.
second Monday.
Mhm.
So Angela will have to do that one solo because I will be in Colorado that week. But
Well, it sure beats driving to Tennessee and back.
yes,
Yeah, so.
that's what I do every other week, it seems
uh,
like. So this month anyway.
All right,
So,
guys. Thanks.